Hello, this is Faith at Faith and Books, and I decided since I had a few minutes that I would at least film, I don't know when I'll put this up, my video on my Advent TBR. I've decided this year I'm going to embrace Advent. I keep seeing people, including my own oldest daughter, say, oh, we got to celebrate Christmas even earlier this year because it's such a rotten year. But I myself am going to embrace Advent. I've always loved the season of Advent. I've always resented the rest of the culture encroaching on this particular time of the liturgical year. And so I'm going to embrace Advent joyfully because honestly, to me, it's a better response to what's going on in the world, which is pretty existential. And I think a time of joyful waiting, and, there's the three things: prayer, fasting, and alms, increasing your prayer life, thinking about the poor and serving others, and, doing some, it's not a heavy duty liturgical season like Lent where you really are fasting, but you kind of hold back because when you finally do get to celebrate, it's really joyful. So I think it makes Christmas a lot more meaningful. All the rush and sort of the frantic scramble to try to be cheerful, it just feels really inappropriate and forced to me, and it's very tied with the commercialism and the materialism and consumerism. I'm like Charlie Brown or something. I get really upset about that kind of stuff. So I like Advent, and I've decided I'm just going to joyfully embrace it, and everybody else can be running around doing everything they want, but for me and for the people in my house who are unfortunately under my control, we're going to do Advent up big. So I came up with a 10-point plan, and of course it includes reading books. So first of all, I am going to celebrate a little bit. I'm going to decorate the yard a little bit. We're going to put up these, we got new candles, where is it? It's back there. We tried to do those candles in the window, those sort of Moravian decoration where you just put candles in the windows. We tried to do that when we first moved into this house 19 years ago. And the candles we got were too dim, and they were really, really poorly made. They fell apart. They were really, really junky, bad purchase. So we decided we'd try again this year, and this time we bought much nicer ones. So I'm excited about that because I think that will look pretty. Now that I have two trees in front of my house, so you really can't see my house when the leaves are in. But once they fall, you could see the candles behind them in the window. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to get a wreath, but I'm going to put a purple ribbon in it. And then Christmas Eve, we'll change it to red. So I am going to do that. I'm going to do a little bit of decorating. During Advent, I like to listen to Advent hymns. There's actually a whole set of hymns for Advent that we kind of skip over, except if you go to church, in a liturgical church. The only one that has kind of gotten absorbed into the popular, culture is O Come, Emmanuel. I think that's really an Advent hymn. But we're just going to listen. We can get Advent hymns on Spotify, and I think there's maybe recordings on YouTube too. I haven't looked. But I also have a wonderful choir singing, I think it's Wyoming Catholic College or something, choir singing Advent hymns. I have a CD. And then also you can listen to Handel's Messiah, because that's from Isaiah, and that's all about the coming of the Messiah. So that's a good one to listen to. So I'm going to fill my house with that kind of music, and then we're just going to wait on the Christmas carols until Christmas Eve. So let's see. But during Advent, there's three things that are coming up. I haven't been very good at celebrating the first two. I always celebrate the third. But the first is St. Nick's Day on December 6th. Yeah, I think it's December 6th. So we're going to water through the pipes. It just does it gurgles at arbitrary times. I don't understand it. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear that. But we're going to do up St. Nick's, and I already bought little Christmas ornaments, and I'm going to get out. I bought all this chocolate for Halloween from Equal Exchange. I'm going to get that out of the freezer, fill people's shoes with that and give everybody some neat Christmas ornaments that were made through, oh, what does it stand for? It's SERRV. But it's this, these Christmas ornaments are made by like people in developing countries, like mostly women in villages, using their craft, their native crafts to make these ornaments, and then they get sold over here. So I already did that. I already purchased all that. So I'm on top of things this year. So that's December 6th. That's St. Nick's Day. And then December, is it 12th? Yeah, I think so, is Our Lady of Guadalupe. And for that, we're just going to have Mexican food for dinner. And we're going to burn this candle. This is Our Lady of Guadalupe. I have this statue out in my garden too. I love the story of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I'll try to read the story too to the little 5-year-old. But we'll just be burning this candle and having Mexican food for dinner and celebrating Our Lady of Guadalupe. And then Hanukkah, we celebrate Hanukkah. And so we're going to be, I think that starts the 10th. And where's my Hanukkah? Where's my menorah? I thought I brought my menorah. Oh, here it is. Right. So, what do you see? Just see my back. Here, let me get this. Everything's very awkward here. Here's one of my menorahs. I have another one. You put candles in. You go from here. This is for the shamus candle. So you light that one, then you light the other ones, and you say the barukas, and that's it. You just let it burn down. But the first night we have potato pancakes, and you play the game dreidel, which the little 5-year-old likes to get these out anyway and play them all year. But you play dreidel. Here's a dreidel. Here's another dreidel. We have all types in this little jar. So that's what we'll do. So we'll celebrate. So even if it's a time of joyful expectation, there's still some holidays in there, in the season, where you can sort of maybe be a little less solemn. So we're going to do those 3. I'm going to try and do those up. Usually in December, like we always have a Thanksgiving clothing drive at my church, but we don't have it this year because of COVID. But I'm still, on Thanksgiving weekend, we always go through all our closets and everything and then give any clothes that we're not going to wear that are still in usable shape away. So my church listed out some charities to give them to, so I'm going to figure out which one, and we're still going to do that. We're still going to go and collect all our old coats, hats, pants, whatever, and give them away. And we're also going to, the church also does the giving tree, where when Advent starts, you go in and they have a tree with little cutouts of ornaments, and on each paper cutout, there is the name of a charity, and it might be for a specific family what they might need. So we're still going to do that. I'm gonna make it up myself. I'm gonna get the list of charities from my church. They've listed on their website, and write them down on a piece of paper, and we're each gonna pick one out. And then what we traditionally do is go to Target all together, and everybody gets their little paper, and they go off and they buy the stuff they need, and then we bring it back and we put them in bags and that sort of thing, and then we take it into church. But this time we're just going to take them to the charities personally, so we have to figure that out. And then I'm just talking about charitable things we should do as Christmas comes closer. I'm also involved with the hypothermia shelter, so I'm going to be making sandwiches and lots of hard-boiled eggs to help feed the homeless. That's the week of December 6th, I think, is when my church is responsible for that. So I'll be busy doing that. That'll be a busy week. And maybe we'll do some other stuff. Like there's an organization called Food for the Poor. Some people do Heifer, where you can buy a Christmas gift for a poor family somewhere. And you can do things like buy them chickens or that sort of thing. We might do that. And then what we would do is we would donate money for that, and then we would put the receipt that you get in the kids' stockings, so that they could know that they had donated it. And maybe we'll think of other things too. Deep cleaning. I like to do a deep cleaning in December. So I'm really, I've been getting better at that. Just setting aside time every day to do something, but I want to do a real deep cleaning. Let's see, and of course, gift buying. We'll decorate the tree in the house as close to Christmas Eve as we can get. It might be any time between Gaudete Sunday, which is the third Sunday in Advent, and Christmas Eve, just at some point. At some point, I want to go to confession. And then, oh yeah, I already talked about the, I'm trying to plan dinners. So we're going to have Mexican dinner, Our Lady of Guadalupe. We're going to have potato pancakes for Hanukkah. I have to make something. My family is having an outdoor get-together no matter what the weather. They're just going to have like fire pits and outdoor heaters. Everyone's going to wear a coat. We're going to drink hot chocolate and hot apple cider and that sort of thing. And it's just going to be our Christmas get-together, and it's going to be outdoors. So I have to figure out what I need to bring to that. And then Christmas Eve dinner, I think I'm going to make, I got lamb ossobuco. I've never gotten this cut before, but I'm going to make that in the slow cooker on Christmas Eve. Christmas dinner, we're either going to have turkey again, or I'm going to have a beef roast. And then whatever I don't have on Christmas, turkey or beef roast, I'll have on New Year's Day. So anyway, that is... that's what I've got planned for Advent. And let me show you my couple of Advent things. This is my Advent wreath. It's not really a wreath, but it's got the Jesse tree. So it tells the story of salvation history from the beginning of, from Genesis, from the very first. Let me see if I can find the first one. Which is the one? Ow! My cat just tried to get my attention. Okay. Where is it? Oh, I can't figure it out right now. But anyway, it's there. I just have to look at it to see which one. I mean, I have to really examine it. They don't always make sense. It must be this one. So this must be like the tree of life or something. Yeah. Can you see that? Tree of life. And then there's the snake. So that's the serpent. Then there's Noah's Ark. That's my cat again. And that must be Abraham being called. Anyway, it tells the whole story up till does it go all the way up to the birth of Jesus? Yes. Yep, that's what it does. Yeah. And then I got a new thing. I don't know where I ordered this from. I just sort of impulse ordered it because I was ordering something else. But this is like a German Advent candle. And it goes from 1 to 24. And I guess you just burn it. I mean, it's got extra space up here. So I guess you just, if someone is German and knows about this type of candle, let me know when I'm supposed to light it. I'm assuming I light it on the first Sunday of Advent, which we actually have 28 days of Advent this year because it starts on the 29th of November, whereas most Advent calendars and stuff only make it 24 days. They act like it always starts on December 1st, but it doesn't always. And also, I can't show you my, still in storage, have an Advent calendar that we use. It's a wooden box. Well, it's a wooden frame of 24 little drawers, little wooden drawers. Each one has a little character that you would put in a nativity. And the center of the box is this magnetized background of Bethlehem. And you can, so each day you take out the little character and you put them on. So it's fun for kids. So we use that every year. We've had that for many years. So that is all my Advent prep. So what about books? Hopefully by the end of November I'll be done with the Earth User's Guide to Permaculture, and I'll be done with Evicted, which is an excellent book. I may not be done with this. I'm up to page 166, but it's not grabbing me. I don't really like anybody, and I'm not in the mood for it. On the other hand, I want to read more Anthony Trollope, and I feel like I'm being really moody about this, and at another time I would have really appreciated it. because I think it's very clever and insightful about corruption in society. I'm kind of over corruption in society right now because of the whole election and everything. So I'm not in the mood for reading about corruption in society in another era. However, he's an excellent writer, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep reading it through November, and then I may or may not read it in December. I might just DNF it for a month or just read it a little bit. I'm not going to make it a priority in December, I don't think. There's no way I'm going to finish it. I'm reading it so slowly, and it's like 860 pages or something like that. No, not that much. It's 820 something pages. I'm not going to finish it in November. But the two books that I do want to read are from my sort of meditation and spiritual reading. I'm going to read Pope Francis's latest encyclical called Fratelli Tutti, and I'm really excited about this, and I just asked on Facebook if anybody wanted to read it with me, and 2 people said they would. So I'm excited about that. I also have to finish up Compassion and Conviction, which I'm currently reading now with my friend Kathy and Linda Jo Martin, the book lady. And that's going to go into the first couple of weeks of December. So, but that's okay. It can overlap because this is 5 pages. We read 5 pages a day. We'll get it done in the month of December. Or no, we'll get it done in Advent. We'll get it done in Advent, yeah. So that'll be okay. Compassion and Conviction, finish up reading this. And then I really want to continue reading this Arthur Ransom's series of Swallows and Amazons. And this is the next one, and it's called Winter Holiday. So I decided, I don't know, a few months ago that I was going to read this in December. So I'm definitely reading this. So these 2 are definites, and I'm going to finish up Compassion and Conviction. I may or may not read The Way We Live Now. And also, there's a couple of challenges out there. I just saw Christy at Dostoevsky in Space talk about the Russian Christmas challenge, and or I don't know if they call it a challenge or a read-along, and they're reading short stories by famous Russian authors. I don't know if I'll read all the stories, but I might read a couple. I might try to at least read one. And also, Kate Howe is doing her Cloak and Dagger Christmas, and I was really thinking of trying to start a new series like the Agatha Raisin or the Amelia Peabody, one of those fun ones that mystery series that she keeps talking about, and I have not read them, and I'm really interested in trying them to see if I like them. So I want to get more into cozy mysteries. I don't really read them, and I'd like to. So I'm not up for the Cloak and Dagger challenge. There's like a big challenge, and I'm pretty sure I'll link though below to it. But I'm pretty sure I'm not up for that because Christmas, it is a really busy time. Anyway, I am excited about it. I'm excited about Advent, and I will really be doing up Christmas around Christmas Eve, and then I'm really going to do up celebrating the 12 days of Christmas and all that. So, all right, so I think that's it for me in my Advent TBR and my Advent plans, and I wish you happy holidays. And that is not a bad thing to say, by the way. If you get upset when people say happy holidays, holiday is what's the word I want? A corruption of the word holy day. So if you're saying happy holidays, it's not neutral. You're actually saying something that has to do with, some sort of religion. Might not be yours. It could be maybe Jewish or something, but still, I think it's a perfectly appropriate greeting to give at this time of the year. So I hope I didn't turn anybody off with being too opinionated about that. So anyway, I'm going to say it. Happy holidays. Okay, bye.